So Facebook announces that they will make the targeting expansion mandatory, and you're like, okay, it's done. Targeting is done on Facebook. Let's just not waste any more time. Let's jump on TikTok and try and make some funny videos and dance all around. But I gotta say, there's more than that, and I'm gonna see exactly that in this video. What should you do and how should you address the targeting expansion that made mandatory by Facebook right now? What can you do? How you can be a better advertiser? How you can market your coaching and your course better through Facebook in this video. So I don't want to be like every other video, just like, subscribe, like, and all that. I'm going straight into the content right now, just because I value your time. If you want to hang out until the end, so be it. But anyways, what was target expansion in the first place, if you haven't even noticed that? Now, target expansion is basically the one, that box that you could tick the target expansion was on, if you actually tick that. But it's basically that Facebook reaches more people, and the Facebook algorithm reaches more people than those that you have put in detailed targeting, if it thinks that it improves performance. Let's say that you have targeted hotels or dog trainers or something. Facebook will go further than this interest targeting if it thinks to people that it do not match that, if it thinks that it would increase performance overall and it will yield better results. Now, this is target expansion, and Facebook really announced that they made it mandatory because they saw that on conversion campaigns, every campaign was performing better if they had the target expansion on, and especially in just a normal targeting, up to 20% more results. In lookalikes, I think it was like 15, and in least audiences it was like 10% more. So what does that even mean? It means that they made it better in their world, of course. They made mandatory because if it is performing better, is making you to actually obligated to actually put the target expansion on, is making you to actually perform better and spend more money and get really better results, which is the loop that Facebook uses, of course. On the first note, it is a positive change. But there's a but, of course. It of course gives us a bit less control. Maybe to some beginner, it doesn't really matter because you don't want to, tweak a lot of stuff. You just don't even know what's going on. But to more advanced advertisers and people who have really spent a lot of, money and time and sell their info product or whatever you're actually selling, want more control over it, there's a big problem. There is a problem, and I can see that. Now, first, I really want to address some things that people just say over the internet. It doesn't apply to location, gender, the age that you put. So this is only on detailed targeting. So if you target someone that is 20 to 30 that lives in the US and is a male, it won't go to targeting a female that is 50 years old and likes pancakes. That's the pretty much gist of it. So it only affects the detailed target only. And again, the basis is, and this is the problem that I really want to concern you with, it will go over your targeting basically because it will increase performance, or basically because it thinks it will increase performance. Now that's not always the case, and you know that. How Facebook doesn't put too much info out there for what they do, of course. But what I have seen in my experience and on my research mainly, and is what Facebook have told us, is of course when you put like $50 in, it spends like the $40 on what you actually are targeting, and the $10 is testing new audiences that didn't apply to the targeting, and that is really it. So the basic thing is here that so that is how this whole thing works. Of course, we cannot know how much amount of money is going to the detailed targeting, how much money is going to the expansion one, or how many leads or conversions we get from each one. So we cannot really track it and really know what's the best. So it comes down to this, which is the scope of the video. So what should you do? How you can overcome this, this feature that just became mandatory? How you can overcome it? What should you do about it? Should you panic? Should you go TikTok again? Should you go on Instagram and post some pictures of your dog in your car? What should you do? And the real simple answer is this: if you try to overcome it, you will do more harm than good. And let me explain. By tweaking it, by making different campaigns, by actually didn't actually mention that it is only on conversions, it is not on other objectives. So you want to go and change your campaign objective in order to bypass this targeting expansion, which is for your good, which is, you know, quote unquote. But should you should try all this stuff. I think whatever you're going to try is going to be more harm than good. It really will mess maybe some people at the start, but I think it's a pretty positive thing in the long run, maybe. And you can't really do nothing else but just to accept it. You cannot track it, and you cannot really do anything. So you should ride with it and not try, and this is the key that I really want to mention here, mess all your campaigns up because of this little thing. So that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for watching this video. There was just an update on the Facebook ads, and I thought that I would actually let you know. So see you next time.